Okay, Mr. Wealth Answer here. Alright guys, it's been a while since I did a Novatech update. Man, a lot has been going on, but I have been following along and I have been staying in tune with some of the things that are happening. So in this video, I'm just kind of going to give you guys a little bit of an update that's already out there, but there's a lot of you guys that may have not have heard about it or have not been following along like I have been following along. So I do want to share some information with you. But before I do, just want to let you guys know, I'm not a financial advisor. I am not giving financial advice. I am just sharing my journey here in this space, in the DeFi space, in the crypto space, trading space, and I'm a YouTuber. And I'm just here to, just like you, just to figure out what's going on. What are some of the ways we can make money online, both conventionally, unconventionally, high risk, medium risk, low risk, and see how I can maximize my portfolio. So with that said though, again, I'm not a financial advisor. Just want to share that with you. So let's continue. All right, so a lot has been going on with Novatech, and Novatech is a household name. I don't think there's anybody in the DeFi space that has not heard about Novatech. And we are all on the verge to see what's going to happen. What's going to happen with the funds, what's going to happen with our funds, what's going to happen with Cynthia, what's going to happen with Eddie. There's a major lawsuit going on, which we're going to touch upon in depth in this video, and we're going to talk about it. And we just want to know, is this lawsuit going to help? Is it going to be effective? And I'm going to share that also in this video and different case scenarios on what may or may not happen. And also, there was a meeting last night where the lawyer came on a YouTuber's channel and they did a live Q&A, and the community was able to ask a lot of questions. I even asked a few questions, and it was interesting, and I have a lot of information to share with that as well. I do have a link in the description area to that video if you want to watch. It is a bit long. It's about an hour and 20, hour and 30 minutes long Q&A session that was done, that I think is very valuable for the community, because a lot of people just want to know, hey, what the heck is going on and what can I do? So all that is addressed in that content and in that video. And also we'll share with you how to kind of be a part of it if you choose to do that. So if you guys have been following my journey for some time, I have been doing a DeFi experiment. I wanted to kind of kick it to the curb, but I'm just the type of person, when I start something, I want to finish it. So I still have up to about October, November to really get into this DeFi experiment that I have been doing. And I want to know, can we make money in the DeFi space? So I have decided to continue to add projects until that time is over, to kind of answer that question that I had proposed back in October of last year, which is, can we make money in this DeFi space? Okay, so what we'll do is we're going to go to one new project that I have put a little bit in, and then we're going to come back. I am using that plus trading, plus PAMM accounts, copy trading, and a bunch of other things to grow my money back and to recoup my losses. And for the most part, it's working. But when I get greedy, I get spanked, and I'll be sharing all those with you guys as well in other subsequent videos. So without further ado, let's grab that money and let's come back and let's talk Novatech. Alright guys, so I'm in the back end of PISTAKE, and we just want to see if they are still paying out. So let me do a quick withdrawal, and then we'll check our KuCoin account to see how quickly the withdrawals come in. Alright, so as you can see, we have $2 and $150. $5 is the minimum. So we're just going to take out the $150 for now and leave the $2 in. Let's go to request. Let's put our 2FA code and click confirm. Okay, let's go back to dashboard. And as you can see, there's $2 remaining. Alright, so I'm going to go to my KuCoin account and let's see how quickly the funds come in. Alright, so I'm in my KuCoin account. We're just going to refresh the screen, and then we're going to see if the funds have come in. Okay, so it looks like the funds hasn't yet come in. It might take maybe a few hours, a few minutes. So what we'll do is we'll get back into our scheduled program, and in my next video, I'll give you guys an update as to exactly how long the funds took to come in. Alright, so there has been a class action lawsuit filed against Novatech, and you have the opportunity to join in and make your voice heard. Try to make yourself made whole. In this video, I'm going to share a couple of things that you guys should take a notice of, and I'm also going to share a couple of resources that you guys can use in order to help you or help yourself to recover some of your money. Okay, so let's first go into yesterday's video. I have a couple of notes that I want to share with you guys. We're going to talk about it here, and then after that, I'm going to share with you guys where you can go to literally register for this class action lawsuit. All right, so let's jump into the notes yesterday. Actually, before, yeah, sorry guys, before, all right, so let's jump into the note yesterday. So there was a live Q&A that was done, and it was by a YouTuber, the professor, and God bless his soul. He took time to put this together for the community to help them. The lawyer that is in charge, or who is responsible for this class action lawsuit, was on the call and went through a lot of information, which I can't share on this channel because it'll be a long video. But if you guys want to know more, it is there for you guys to view. Now, there were some things that were repeated quite a few times, people asking the same questions and people coming in later on and vice versa. But I got a couple of things that I felt were very important to kind of note, and I want to address them here. Okay, so the first question is, who can sign up for this lawsuit? And the answer is anybody can sign up for this lawsuit. They have it open, so no matter where you are in the world, you can kind of join in, and the more the merrier. They're trying to build a case against Novatech, and a lot of people were affected in the world. There's some information I came yesterday, I wasn't even aware. 50% of the members were Haitian, and it looks like there are about 552,000 members worldwide. There were a lot of people that joined Novatech, more than I thought there were, right? So it is actually pretty astonishing, and Novatech became a very effective, a household name, and I'm even shocked to the success that they were able to have. In any case though, if you are from Africa, if you are from Asia, Russia, Europe, US, Canada, wherever you're from, you can join in this class action lawsuit. Now, if you guys are going to join, you have to understand that they're going to ask you for information. So my advice is, even before you sign up, to gather this information. If you haven't already, take time to kind of understand how much money you put in, get proof of the address that you actually used to deposit the funds, whether it was in the Coinbase, whatever methods they had at the time. And you also have to put together any kind of data or information that will kind of help your case. In other words, if they came to you and asked, how much money did you invest, can you prove it? You have to be able to answer that question, because they will use that, if any money's collected, to be able to pay you back. They also want to use the address to kind of trace where the monies went, the different types of wallet address that they use in order to, I guess, run their operation, to help them with this investigation. So if they need to track the money, unlike cash and other forms of technology used, crypto actually records the transactions and it is available for everyone to view. So even though we don't know who did the transactions, we know that the transactions are recorded. So if we're able to get the address and we can show that, hey, this belonged to Novatech, that address will show proof, and that proof will definitely help build the case. So just take note of that. The next thing is, once you sign up, they're gonna actually call you, and basically they're gonna ask you to sign a retainer. They're gonna ask some questions, and of course ask how much you invested, and to send in some documents to them so they can build this case and put it together with the others. So that is very important. Now, they are a small law firm, so guys, be patient. It looks like there's a lot of people who are affected by Novatech, so this is like a big undertaking they're taking. And man, if they do win this and they do get money, they will make a lot of money. So there's a lot riding on the success of this, because the law firm will make a lot of money. The next thing is, there's no cost to be a part of the lawsuit, so you don't have to pay anything. It's completely free. The lawyers get paid by the success of the case. If they win the case, they get a percentage. And in the video, they said that would depend on the bar. That would depend on the state, I guess, wherever they practice. They will dictate how much they will earn. It could be 30%, 40%, 20%. And I guess the more money that is earned, they have tiers, right? So they don't really know until time moves on, right? So I want you guys to note that if money is won and they get $2 billion back, all that $2 billion, it will not be paid to us investors. A large chunk will go first probably to the cities or regulators or police, and then got the lawyers involved. So a lot of that money will get eaten up, so we won't get all that back. You may get maybe 10, 20, 15% of your money back, maybe 25%. It just depends how much is recovered. If they're able to recover everything, then the chances are you could get anywhere from 50, 60, 70% of your money back. But if they're only able to recover a small amount, then yeah, you might not be able to do that. So just take a note of that. If you guys are looking to, like, if you have 100,000 and you want your 100,000 in, you may be able to cover 10, 15, 20,000, maybe up to 50, but it will all depend on how much is recovered. All right, so when you guys do apply, they are overwhelmed and you guys should be patient. They did mention that, and basically there are a lot of people calling in asking questions, sending emails, inquiries, phone calls, and so they are swamped. And so just be patient when you submit your information. They will eventually get to you. Now, because of the number of new members joining the lawsuit, they're going to amend the current one that they did create. If you guys are going to rely on that, it's not set in stone. There's going to be modifications, and it's a work in progress. Things are going to change and evolve over time. One of the main questions that were asked a lot was, how long is it going to take for this whole process to be finished with? And the question is, there's no time frame. It could take a year, it could take 2 years, 3 years. However, it's not going to be very quick. It's a long, lengthy process. It's litigation. It could take years, right? We have to also find them. And if the FBI and let's say other people get involved, eventually they will find them, but we have to first find them. Then we got to see, where are they holding the assets? Where are the assets? And how much money basically can we recover? Keep in mind, I want you guys to note that if they have money in any form of crypto, in this crypto bull run, Bitcoin has jumped up so much. So even if they have $1 billion in Bitcoin, you guys do the math as to the value since last year, how much Bitcoin has gone up, almost 100%. So if they have $1 billion, that alone is like enough to pay us all back out. I don't know. I mean, if they're able to recover it, in my mind, I feel like if Cynthia has the money and currencies have evolved so much, they should be able to at least pay majority of people their money, because Bitcoin has gone up, Ethereum has gone up, a lot of these cryptos have gone up in value. Unless they have it in stable coin and the value is not really fluctuating much, then I understand. But if they have it in any other cryptos such as BTC and ETH and Ethereum and Solana and Cardano and all these other crypto, man, it's a lot of money that has been added onto it. So I'm just thinking, can't they take some of that and pay us back and keep a little bit of the I don't know, like as long as people get their money back and are made whole, and even our profits. If you have $2 billion in Bitcoin and it's even gone up 50% or 30%, that's 30% you never had that you guys pay us out, or pay majority of people back their money. I don't know, just my train of thought. But we don't know what they're doing with the money. Apparently they may have the money offshore somewhere, but it's being stored somewhere. And I believe Cynthia, Eddie, and all those people are there, and they are probably watching our videos to keeping informed with everything, because they have to also be educated to ask what's going on. If people are looking for them, they probably want to know what's going on. But nevertheless, let's continue. All right, now again, I already mentioned it's not too late to join, and if you're affected by Novatech, you can join. They are representing Novatech and PAMM FX clients. That's another broker that apparently probably ran away with investors' money or traders' money. So if you are part of PAMM FX, you can also sign into that class action lawsuit. Now, the best candidate for these lawsuit guys are those that have not been able to make all their money back. In other words, their principal. So if you have made a profit, like myself, I did make a profit. I kind of broke even and made a little bit more. So I pretty much don't have a say in this lawsuit. So if monies are collected, they're not going to pay me out first. It will pay everybody else who is at a loss and make them whole as much as possible before they will look at me. And if they don't collect everything and you're not even getting back your whole principal, I am not going to be getting any money at all. So even if I have 10,000 left in profits there, I won't be getting a cent if you guys are not even able to get your 100%. But if they are able to get everything, then yeah, who knows, maybe I might get back my money. So if you are in that situation where you've already made your money, you put your money in, you've made a profit, I'm sorry to say you might not get anything back, but don't kick yourself out. Still kind of put yourself into the class action lawsuit, because you just don't know how things will pan out and how things are going to go. If it goes really well and they do collect a lot of money back and value of crypto has gone up, we can get paid a lot more, plus everyone will get a nice cut. But that's very hypothetical, probably unlikely. However, all things are possible. We never thought we'll be here at Novatech, and here we are. So I'm just leaving it open to say, hey, don't kick yourself out or take yourself out of the game just yet. You just don't know what's going to happen. And I guess I already touched upon that. The payback would depend on how much money is recovered. There was another question that was posed, and I think it's a valid question. So the question is, if you join Novatech and you made a little money, you referred some people, in the class action lawsuit, they did mention other names and they did talk about this. If you made a little bit of money, they're saying that they're not going to sue you, okay? They're after the Novatech executives and serial Ponzi schemers, meaning people who made millions out of this Ponzi scheme and people who basically took the money off the backs of others, and there was no real trading, no real investing going on. That's the allegations, that's the accusations. Now it has to be yet proven, but at the end of the day, Cynthia has not said anything, so we can't dispute it. They haven't proven or shown any proof, they haven't said anything, and the lack of silence is saying everything. So we have to assume that it was a Ponzi scheme at this point because there's no proof otherwise. Now personally, I think that they did trade for a bit, but maybe ran in a bit of trouble later on as it got too big too quickly. They couldn't manage it and maybe had to use next deposits to pay other people, and part reason why it kind of maybe failed. Plus Bitcoin went down at one point while they were trading. So I think there's just a combination of other stuff that came into play that made it very difficult for them. But for me personally, I think at some point they were doing the right thing in trading. But even if they were trading, they didn't get proper licensing, they didn't get permission from the cities and states, provinces, and territories that they were taking investors' money from. They didn't use a reputable broker, they were the broker, so they were handling the money. Just a bunch of things that they violated. And even if they were trading, they violated a lot of security laws, which, yes, they wouldn't, let's say, have to go to jail per se, but they would have to get penalized and they would have to pay a lot of fines, which would keep them out of prison. And hopefully they can pay us back if they're really trading. But if the trades are not there, then it's basically a criminal offense and they'll probably get prosecuted. But my whole thing is, at this point, I think they should consider that they have affected a lot of lives. They're sitting on the money and it's there, then they should give it back. But we don't even know if it still exists. For all we know, they could have traded it and lost it, and that's why all this happened and never disclosed it to us. We don't know. So there is a valid concern that if they're suing individuals, that some individuals are feeling like because they introduce a couple of people and they made money off of introducing other people, that they'll be part of this lawsuit, and the answer is no. They're looking for serial, I guess, Ponzi schemers, those that were part of it that probably knew it was a Ponzi scheme. Even if they didn't, they made a whole heck of a lot of money, and it's probably not their first project that they have got involved in and made a lot of money. That's who they're looking for. Someone like myself, who for one or two people didn't really make much, maybe if I was lucky, $2,000-$3,000. They're not looking for people like myself, who at the time we thought it was something legitimate. I really did think it was, and that's why I shared it with a few people, like personally shared it and say, hey, look, get involved with this. But most times now I don't tell people to get involved. I just do it and share my journey and let you guys decide. And I'm very upfront with the disclosures, and I know the game now, and I tell the truth. And if people get involved, it's up to them. They understand risk. Even with trading, there is risk. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, but a lot of people don't know. When they got involved with Novatech, they thought, hey, man, Novatech is the real deal. This is going to change my life. And they went all in, remortgaged their house. Some people, man, took out lines of credits, loans, and because they had a plan. And there's nothing wrong with what they were doing, but the problem is the foundation was already shaky, so it wasn't something prudent that they should have done. But nevertheless, I digress. Now, I've gone a long time in this video. I wanted to go through the letter, but I'll do that in another video. Just wanted to share this video with you. For those who are asking me, Mark, how do you join? I'm going to take you to the website, show you how to at least sign up. In the next video, we're gonna go through the actual lawsuit. I'm gonna take my time, read it, explain some things a little bit more to you guys, so you guys can get a better understanding of what's actually going on and the projection or possible case scenarios that can occur as a result of this lawsuit. Now, keep in mind, there could be multiple lawsuits. This is not the only lawsuit. It's just this individual went to this person, a bunch of them, and now has made a class action lawsuit. But there could be, heck, you can get another class action lawsuit done too. Get another lawyer to help represent you. It's one of those things. So if this lawyer is very, I believe, too overwhelmed, then we may need to get a couple more lawyers to kind of represent us in this case, and they can all work together to try to help us all kind of recoup our money back. I hope that makes sense. All right, guys, so without further ado, let me jump on to the website. Let me show you how to sign up for the class action lawsuit, and then we'll end this video. All right, so as you guys can see, I'm on the website. It's willmorrislaw.com, and you see they have two options here. These are the two companies they are doing a class action lawsuit for, and it's Will, the lawyer, last name is Morris. And if you guys want to sign up, you just choose the company that you want to join, and of course they're going to call you and let you know. So first name, address information, if applicable. If you're in the US, you put US state. If not, you put your country here, country address here as well. How much did you invest? You should put the amount of money. Who introduced you to Novatech? You can put the person's information there. And are you a member of a church? I'm not too sure about this, but you put yes or no. If yes, you put the church information. Now, I'm not sure how this is related to the lawsuit, so maybe because Novatech was like a bit religious organization and Cynthia was a minister, and a lot of churches got involved. I guess maybe that's why they're asking. I'm not too sure. But if you're not a part of a church, or if you don't want to disclose that, it's up to you. You can click no and then put that in and submit, and then somebody will give you a shout, give you a call. They're going to ask you for some more information, and they're going to make you sign a retainer and take it from there. Now, you can call them, you can send them emails, but you won't get a response right away. They are so overwhelmed with the response, you got to give them a bit of time to catch up. All right, guys, so that's it for this video. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit that notification bell. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.